Alright, so this is the video on 6.3. I am going to tell you right now is if you have not done 6.3, 6.4, and 6.5, you need to do 6.3, 6.4, and 6.5 first. Then come back to 6.1 because I'm going to be showing you we're going to be solving a system of equations using matrix. Okay, which means we're going to use the calculator that I've been showing you. Okay, now there are different ways of solving the system of equations. You may have learned in your algebra class how to do substitution and the addition method. We're going to use the matrix. Okay, just because it's faster and just time consuming because of COVID. Okay, now to solve a system, you're going to actually make two different equations and we're going to make it into a system, and I'm going to show you how to build the system. But when I get the system built, you're going to take the matrix A inverse multiplied times the matrix B. Okay, so we're going to use our calculator. Now, to do that, here I have a system of equations. Now this is two variable equations because there's two variables in each equation. And what we have to do is we have to put it into a matrix. And in fact, we're going to do two matrices. We're going to do a matrix for this one, and then a matrix for this one. And when I do that matrix, notice, we're going to take a matrix out of here, and notice there's four things there. So we're going to make a 2 by 2, and we're going to use its coefficients. So there's a 1 in front of this x, negative 3 here, negative 5, and negative 4. Okay, so there's my first matrix. We're going to label that as matrix A. And this side always gets at matrix A. This, we're going to give it as B. And we're going to make it negative 30 and negative 2 in that same order. Okay, now, once we have it in this matrix form, we're going to follow this rule here. And A is going to be the inverse of A times matrix B. Okay, and we're going to get an answer. Now, if you think about multiplication, this is a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 1, which means this is going to be a 2 by 1. And I got to find those answers. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put both of these into our matrix. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've made the two matrices. Okay, this is matrix A and this is matrix B, right? And now, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this on the computer, on our calculator. So we're going to do matrix A. Whoops. Let's get out of there. Clear all that. So we're going to matrix A, and we're going to give it the inverse button. Remember the inverse button right here. Whoops. Wrong button. So matrix A is going to be the inverse times matrix B. When I do that, that should give me these answers here. So I'll put those in. And then enter. Okay, so I had a little error here. And that happens because I went back and looked and said, that's not right. This should be that answer. This right here, I had put a negative 3 here, and apparently my 0 didn't hit when I touched it. So I'm going to have that. So we're going to redo this again. And we're going to go matrix A inverse times matrix B. Right, hit our enter. And we'll get negative 6, 8. And so the answer to this system of equations is negative 6, 8, because these are linear. And when we do a system, we're looking to see where they cross. And these two here cross at the point negative 6, 8. And that's how we're going to want you to solve these. Okay? So let's look at this second example. Let you copy it down here. Okay? So first and foremost, everything has to be on the same side. This has got to come over here. So this is actually going to be x plus 6y is equal to 11. And I'm going to move the x over and the 13 over. So it's going to be 4x plus 5y is equal to negative 13. Okay, so now at this point, we're going to make the matrix A, which is going to be 1, 6, 4, and 5. Matrix B is 11, negative 13. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to go back into the matrix, go into that 2 by 2, and we're going to change the numbers 1, 6, 4, and 5. Get out of that, go back into the matrix, change the 2 by 1 to 11 and negative 13. Get out of that, and we're going to go matrix A inverse times matrix B. Hit enter, and we get negative 7, 3, which is negative 7, comma 3, and that's what we want to put in to as our answer. Okay. Now, where do we apply it? Well, it applies at these kind of word problems. Okay. So the last two plus these two are actually on the review for your final. Okay, so I'm trying to help you out with those. It says solve a problem. Johnny's Cafe serves desserts. 1 serving of ice cream and 2 servings of blueberry pie is 860 calories. 3 servings of ice cream, 2 servings of blueberry pie is 1300 calories. Find the caloric content of each. So we have two different things. We have ice cream, and we're going to say ice cream is X, and we're going to say pie is Y. Okay? So, we know each calories. So, if it's 1 serving of ice cream plus 2 servings of pie is equal to 860, and then do the same thing with the other combination. 3 servings of ice cream plus 2 servings of pie is equal to 1300. Knowing this information, I can tell you how much calories the blueberry pie has, 1 of them, and how much the ice cream has is 1. Okay? And at this point, I can now put it into a matrix. 1, 2, 3, and 2. That's going to be the inverse one. 860 and 1300. Okay? So, I'm going to pause this for a second and make the... Okay, so I've got the 2 new matrices in there. We're going to look at them here. Matrix A. That looks good. Okay. Go over to matrix B. That looks good. So now all I have to do is put them in. So we're going to go matrix A, inverse, matrix B. Okay, so what we're going to do is 220, comma 320. Well, what's each one represent? X, remember, is the ice cream. So it's 220 calories in the ice cream and 320 calories in the pie. Okay? Alright, so in the other one, and again this is in your review sheet for your final, the Family Fine Arts Center charges $22 per adult, $14 per senior citizen for its performances. On a recent weekend evening, 570 people paid admission. Total of how much? The amount of dollars there. How many who paid were senior citizens? Alright, so I've got 2 different types of people going in. I got adults, we'll say as X, and then senior citizens we're going to say as Y. Okay, now I know a total of them was 507. So we have X plus Y was going to equal 507 people. Okay, now the dollars and cents for each one of these adults, they paid $22. For each senior citizen, they paid $14. When you multiply by 14 times the number of senior citizens and $22 times each adult, and got their money, there was a grand total of $8,089. So there are my 2 equations. Now I'm going to build my matrix. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 507, and 8098. right? So at this point, we need to do our matrix. Here's my 2 by 2 again. So we're going to get 1, 1, 22, 14. I'm going to go to my other matrix. Whoops. Did that again. Get that right. That's going to be 507 and 8098. Alright, so we're going to get out of that. We're going to do matrix A times matrix B. We hit that and we get 125, 382. That's my ordered pair where they cross. This member is adults. This is senior citizens. So to answer the question, 382 senior citizens. Answer is D. Okay. And up here my answer was 320 in pi and 2. That's right here. Okay. So that is how I want you to be able to handle this. Now remember, you have a little homework in this, but you can get those done.